Well, hello, it's Nancy today. How are you? Well, I'm going to make I'm making a lemon meringue pie, so I have to make the pie crust. So let's go in there and get started. Here we have the burned cookies. I have to tip you down, I think, don't I? Okay, so what we do, we take an amount of flour. Looks like something has fallen in it. Some nettles, I guess, from up there. Okay, so you take some flour, and you can do a few things. You can add a little baking powder if you want. If you want it to rise up. I wouldn't add more than a teaspoon. Are you pointed down there? You might be pointed a little too far down there. Is that better? I hope you can see. I don't like it when I discover later that you couldn't see anything. Okay, so that's that. And now we're going to add a little salt. Salt is good for some of that. For some, whatever this is called. Oh, telephone. You're going to have to turn you off. Don't have a telephone. Here it is. Hello? Hi. Well, yeah, I think so, but it might take them a while. No, they're using, I don't know what they're using, but they didn't have many minutes on it, because they're in the wrong country for it, right? Okay, but just don't give up hope. I'll let you know if they come here. Okay, they didn't say anything about what they were doing, but they were typing it into the GPS. Okay, bye. Okay, now when you want to make flaky pie crust, it would be good if you had some hard butter to use. No more butter. No more, no more, no more. Well, this isn't very hard, but it's hard enough. It's better than that margarine, which is melted. Now you need to cut it in. You can use a pastry cutter, or you can use 2 knives, or you can use one of those whisks like this. You see, this is a good thing to use. Okay, so you cut it. The less you use your hands, the better. But, of course, that might not work. If you use frozen butter and you just cut off little bits off the edge, it works well. Now, the idea here is that you're cutting it into the flour. Let's try using 2 knives. Can you see? Punch. You're supposed to cut it up until it's pea-sized, but I don't do that. I just get right in there with my hands in a minute. And I do this. And I grind it all up. Okay. And now we're going to work on that nice clean surface over there, which happens to be a washing machine. And if you have a problem with people using their washing machine to work on, then you better go, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. And now you add some water to this. Use ice water if you have it. And you could use vinegar, an egg and some vinegar if you want. You would use a teaspoon of vinegar and 1 egg, and then fill it up to be a cup of water or something. Looks like I have a little too much water in there. Now you're looking way up there. Big bags are so much easier to get flour out of than those little bags. My word, those little bags were horrible. So we'll put some flour on here. You know, sometimes if you want to make a floury surface stay, have it floury all over, if you wet your surface, then your flour will stick to it. You may need to use a little more flour. Your flour will stick to it, which will, in the end, be better. You know, I only making a bottom crust, so I really don't need all that much dough here. So you put it together. You're going to keep it moving. You need to use quite a bit. And you flour your bread. Flour your thing. You start at the center and you go out, 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 and then you turn it over. Out, 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 out. And then you turn it over. Out, 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 out. You don't go all the way across. Just start in the center and go out. Okay, then when it's big enough, you take your pan. See my pie plate I made? Isn't this amazing? I made that. See, it says Nancy today. That's right, I did. Okay, so now a little bit bigger. Okay, and then we take the edge of it and we roll it around the rolling pin. Round, round, round we go. And then you drape it over. And you don't want to pull on it. You want to just have it sunk down into your bowl. Like so. Okay, and then this one I'm going to have to bake it first, so I'll put some prick holes in it because I use baking powder, so it's going to rise a bit. I don't really want a whole lot of bubbles in it. Okay, and we can also trim off the edges. Make sure we have enough up on the edges. And the tough stuff you trim off is going to be a little tougher if you're going to try and roll it out again, because you've already rolled it out once. Okay, so now we'll put this in the oven for about 8 minutes or so at 350. Maybe hotter, I don't know. But that's what I'm doing. Okay. In the meantime, I think I'll roll out another one. Did you notice how it didn't stick? This is kind of sticky, but it's not going to stick if I want to keep it in a circle. You keep rounding it out. You start in the center, and you push down and go out. And then you turn it over. Because you don't want to get it so thin that it starts picking or sticking. Okay, let's see what else we have. It would be better if we had a different thing. Oh yeah, we have pie plates up here. We can use these. And you see how that didn't stick to everything? And you do this so that it all goes down in and it won't shrink. Now maybe I'll make a blueberry pie or something with this one. We'll need a bottom crust and a top crust. But lemon meringue is so good. Why would I want to make something different? We'll just make lemon meringue. Okay. I'm going to put this in the oven now too. Now this is already made. My lemon meringue. My lemon. Okie dokie. So that was how you make a pie crust. You're probably supposed to cook it at 425. Okay, well that's all.